The eighth objective in the chapter is to apply internal control to cash payments. Okay, what controls should we have over the payment by check? Paying by check is very convenient for a company. It doesn't require them to have a lot of cash on hand. What it does, it authorizes the bank to pay a particular person that you designate the amount of money you authorize. So a check provides a record of payment. It also establishes authorization for a particular person to have control over the account. Prior to a check being issued, the check should be supported by the appropriate documentation that's reviewed by the person signing the check. Okay? For controls over purchase and payment, what a business or an organization should do is follow these four steps in the process. They should send a purchase order in order to order the items. The items are then sent and an invoice is sent to the purchaser. Okay? The inventory is received and a receiving report should be prepared. And afterwards, the approving documentation is received. A check should be sent for the amount invoiced. Purchasing should be a separate function from the receiving, because this way there's there's a reduction in the amount of theft that could take place. So the purchaser sends an order, the company then sends the item with an invoice, inventory receives the merchandise, and they prepare an inventory report. After this, all the documents are sent to the accounting department for review, and then the invoice should be paid. Okay? A voucher system. A voucher system is a sequentially numbered document authorizing cash payment. So what you would have would be the vouchers, a voucher register, and a check register involved. Okay? So they're the elements of a voucher system. Let's look at an exercise now of internal control over cash payments by check. A purchasing agent for Franklin Office Supplies receives the goods that he purchased and also approves the payment of the goods. How could this purchasing agent cheat his company? Okay, he approves the payment for an excessive amount, and he could then split the excess with the supplier. Okay. Also, the goods could be shipped anywhere in the world. He could have them delivered to his or her house, his or her friends. Okay. Next one. A purchasing agent for Franklin Office Supply receives the goods that he purchased and also approves the payment of the goods. How could Franklin avoid this internal control weakness? Companies avoid internal control weaknesses such as this by separating the following duties. They separate the purchase of the goods, the receiving of the goods, and the approval for the payment of goods. Okay, so there are steps in protecting against an internal control weakness over cash payments and purchases.